He wasn't pleased with some of the decisions by the officials here today. Should it have been done a lot more simply in that sense?
I think we're seeing this more and more week in, week out, where every time there seems to be a contentious decision, it seems to be taking longer and longer and longer for them to get a conclusion. And then we're not always satisfied by that conclusion once it comes through. So VAR was supposed to come in and relieve us of all the problems that we had before. Unfortunately, I think it's causing more problems than we had before.
I really don't agree with the VAR situation. I believe that you're taking the power off the referee to give it to another man who's behind the screen. Let the man in the middle make a mistake. The game was better and before. I think goal line technology, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I think it's either in or out. But when it's anything questionable, can be questioned upstairs in a viewing room or down here. If they make a mistake upstairs, everybody's kicking off. If he makes a mistake there, everybody's kicking off. I just think it's give it back to the referee.
And can I just add, what you're saying there, and we totally agree. There's times we've come off the football pitch and a referee's made a mistake on the pitch, and we go, wow, we was robbed there, but we understand he's a human being out on the field, and he's got that mistake wrong. But when it goes up there and they're still getting a mistake wrong,
they've got the video.
There's a problem.
It takes 10 minutes
But
to make a decision.
It's still a human making the decision. Do you not empathise with that as well?
You've got a machine.
Because they've got a machine and out here it's 100 mile an hour.
If you can't get it right,
it's 100 mile an hour,
then
and so you can get a decision wrong. But when you can slow it down and you can see it clearly, and you look at it, how long? 4 or 5 minutes for him to make the decision?
It was 4 minutes, yeah. 4
and
minutes.
then the manager still comes up and thinks they've got it wrong.
In fact, Olivier, it's harder to get it wrong once you've seen. It's hard. Once you've got the opportunity to slow it down, check every angle, put the lines in, you shouldn't be getting things wrong.
So,
you shouldn't be getting it wrong.
The fact is, upstairs, they're as biased as anybody in the ground. And that's the human error as well.
And that is part of the problem, because we are still seeing the human errors being made upstairs.
Well, that's why Arteta's not happy.
And I truly believe that maybe
He believes VAR went against Arsenal today.
Yeah.
That's why he's not happy. And sometimes it's going to happen like that. Sometimes it is.
It
but I
depends.
think he's taken it off the team because the team weren't good enough.
So when VAR was first introduced, we expected teething problems. But the teething problems has been going on for a while now.
The teeth are falling out.
I was going to say, it's like we got false teeth in now. We're still having problems,
So what would you do right now? Given a choice, would you just completely scrap VAR? Scrap it.
I'd scrap it.
I think, like you
Or
said,
is there a way to
for goal line
improve it?
technology, 9 times out of 10 they get offside decisions. When an offside decision is given, as much as we go, wow, his toes offside. If it's offside, we accept it.
Yeah.
We accept it. But it's the other decisions that go on, and we can see that it's a decision. And you think, how's he got that wrong? We can all see that he's got that wrong, but they go with what the referees.
Who's behind the screen? Is that ex-referees? Is that ex-players?
Yes,
Is it a nobody?
It's referees. It's not ex-referees. It's referees.
So it needs to play. It needs to be assisted. I believe that the people who play the game can understand the game better.
But that might open a can of worms as well, because the perspective of an ex-defender to an ex-striker is going to be different.
They don't want ex-players anywhere near it.
But the fact is, we're the only one who understand, who can see and understand the game.
100%. We get it.
Because you played it, you understand the silly foul, the professional foul, all of those things. We know what it is. There's tackles that are flying and people are falling and rolling. We know, we've been there. We know exactly whether it's a red or a yellow. Within seconds, with the video, it'll be a lot easier. But VAR for me.
Why do you think they will not involve ex-players?
They will not involve ex-players anywhere near it. You know why? Because it takes away from the referee. The referee that's covering, because it's easy to have an ex-player there. Will be easy to, for instance, we've seen some tackles where it's actually hit the ball and the foot's gone over the ball and hit somebody. That is not a red card.
But perhaps not involving ex-players is also because there might be some bias in ex-players based on whatever they're watching or whatever they're officiating.
I don't think so.
The only bias is going to be like you're going to say what you see, and you might not agree with that official. As he said, we've seen tackles where someone's gone in genuinely to hit the ball, their foot's gone over. We all know he hasn't done that intentionally, but we've seen him get sent off because it looks a lot worse than it actually is. But it's about what the intention was, and the intention wasn't to hurt that person or to go over the top of the ball.
And for me, it's fairly easy to define whether the tackle is right or wrong.
The truth
in a
is,
good manner or a bad manner.
the truth is today, Guimaraes would have gone off the football field if there was a professional footballer standing in that place.
That's a clip.
Because they would have seen
He meant that.
he's meant to elbow him in the first half.
There's no argument on that one. He should have been off.